everybody, glad to have you with me today for this video talking about fall makeup. Now it's still pretty hot where I am. It may be the same situation where you are, but I am full on ready for the fall stuff. I got a cottonwood tree outside and that thing sheds the leaves like right away, and so I immediately start feeling like fall. You got school, you got football. I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the fall mood. And don't get me started on the fall decor. I also wanted to say that I did not have a vlog up yesterday. I feel like in some of these final weeks till new baby arrives, which I have as of today, 6 weeks till baby comes. I've just really been trying to take care of a lot of to-dos around the house, getting certain areas organized that I've been putting off or hadn't had time to do yet. Got a little hair that doesn't quite know where to go. But a lot of times if I vlog on the weekend, and that's become kind of a project time for me a little bit. But I do have plans to fit in like the postpartum essentials one, and just as we get a little closer, some relevant baby type things in there. But I do want to say that in my last video, I had like basically a full day's vlog condensed into the little spot between my AM and PM skincare routines. So I thought that was really fun, and it kind of gives you a little day in the life type feel. But today's video is what's important, and we're talking about Heather Austin because this is a collaboration with her, and I love her. I tell you what, when I did that makeup hot takes video recently, I saw a lot of frustrations expressed about the beauty community. And when I think about Heather, I think like she's the person you guys need to go be watching. She's humble. She does such a wide variety of looks. She uses what she's got. She is one heck of a hard worker. She's a nurse. I understand she's got her husband's grandma living with them and helps take care of her like she is an angel. And I find her to be just this soothing, calming, wonderful presence here on YouTube. And if she sounds familiar, I've talked about her before on my channel, but this is our first time collaborating. So you'll definitely want to head over to her channel and see what her top 10 fall makeup picks are. I'll have her link below in the description, and if you're coming here from her channel, thank you so much and welcome. So yeah, we decided to do a little top 10 video here, and for mine at least, I'm mainly focusing on like the color cosmetics because, you know, a fall foundation, well, maybe there is a great fall foundation for one certain skin type or another, but it's not maybe across the board something that would work for everyone. So excuse me. Being pregnant, when I'm up here drinking my coffee, I find I burp a lot more. Random tidbit, but I'm sticking to like the flourishes, you know, the colorful accents to a look, like cheeks, lips, and eyes. So for cheek products, let's start there. And I do have exactly 10 things. I want to talk about a blush that makes me kind of have that sort of in from the cold feeling, you know, a chill is in the air, you've been outside at a football game for like 2 hours, and what do your cheeks look like? It's this kind of a rosy glow, and this is from the brand called Found in at Walmart, and I think I'm gonna do more on this brand soon for you because I've been trying some more things. But this is the blush shade called Rose Glow, and it's essentially blush and highlight swirled together. This is kind of rediscovered in my collection because I remember talking about it probably a little over a year ago. But I'm wearing that today, and I feel like I have a gentle rosy flush, but I've got a lot of glow on my cheeks as well. It's got a softness to it, but see, it kind of reminds me of the Physicians Formula Butter Blush and Saucy Mauve. You know, it's that kind of a beautiful radiance, but a little depth of color that I honestly think would show up on a lot of skin tones. So I wanted to mention that because it's kind of one of these brands that I think people glaze over a little bit. I've tried the peach one from this line as well, which I know Kristen Game loves, and this one kind of remains my favorite just because of the added color intensity that it has. Another thing here, here's product number 2, my CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones in the Sophisticated Sable shade. I talked about this in a really recent video, my favorites video, I believe, but I'm wearing the highlighter type shade that's in here today. So that's my glow on my cheeks, but what I like about this is that it is kind of this neutral blush situation that's gonna look really nice paired with whatever eye or lip you do. I think fall is a time that people often take the eyes a little richer, the lip perhaps a little bit richer and deeper too, and this is a blush that's gonna play nicely with literally whatever you do. And I think there's a nice neutralness to it, but it's way prettier on the skin than it even looks in the pan. You've got this kind of dusty rose. These two have a satin finish. This highlight in here is more shimmery, and this whole line I'm just gaga for. But this particular one I think just suits a lot of looks. And then if you're taking your lip in kind of that pumpkin-y direction, if you're working in more like burnt orange and warmth just overall in your look, and you're wondering what blush might be really good for that, again, you could take take this because it's just very easy and color-wise just doesn't really fight with any look. But I think the season is here specifically for this M Cosmetics. It's her serum blush in the shade called Sunset Sky. And it's just got this gorgeous warmth to it and no shimmer. These are pure color blushes. I think they're a lot of fun and they're super easy to use because there's a hint of moisture in the formula. It's not just like a straight up stain where it just hits your skin and it's starting to like stick there and not be very blendable. These are very easy to blend, and in fact I think I'm gonna actually give myself a little bit of this shade on each cheek. Now you can blend them with your fingers, or I like to pull in a little synthetic brush, but just the warm glow that this gives, and it gives you a little glow kind of by the texture of the product because like I said, there's not 100% dryness like you might associate with a cheek stain. I've now worked on 3 separate blushy type products onto my skin, but do you see how there's just kind of a radiance built into the product even though there's no sparkle or shimmer? But I feel a real warmth, a real cozy peachiness coming from this shade, and I just think it would play really nicely with lip and eye looks that are that same kind of vibe. Now let's move on to eyes. I have like 3 different eye palette recommendations, and the first one, I'm so ticked, you guys, because it's not available anymore. And when I was formulating my ideas for this video, I didn't think for a second it wouldn't be available. I didn't think it had been out that long. I'm talking about the Good Sport palette from ColourPop. Like, this is a stunning palette. I can't believe it. I had it on hand for a while before I had used it, but the color selection in here is undeniable. It is absolutely 100% like fall on fire, you know, like it's got these bright pops, but it's got the richness as well, and the colors are so interesting and fun to pair together. I love this palette, and even after I realized it wasn't still available, I thought, well, you know, how many people out there actually own this and have forgotten to pick it up in a little while, because I think it was actually last fall's palette was probably the deal. But I don't know, ColourPop's a brand for the people, right? Maybe they'll bring it back if enough people raise their hands and say, hey, I want that again. I love the purples, that kind of punch. You got yellow, you've got green, and kind of really bright gold. Rusty, real traditional fall pumpkin-y type shades. Today for my look, like I've got some of this gold kind of coming in from the inner corner, and then this shade called Rookie, which is kind of like rose gold over most of my lid. This dark burgundy, which is great, called Reckless on the outer corner. I took both of the purples and I actually started blending them outward, kind of like up above my outer V a little bit, and smudged them down below the eye as well. But I've done brighter looks with this, I've done softer looks with this, and I just think it's kind of an amazing little fall gem. And just looking around my collection, the closest thing I can find to that is probably what Viseart has just recently put out called the Dark Edit, and I'm not calling it a shade for shade dupe by any means, but do you see sort of the similarity in the bright golden pop, some purple, some plum, some warmth as well, the pumpkin-y warmth, so there is kind of some overlap happening. But I just really think that Good Sport palette is dynamite and amazing for fall. Another one, I've got to say the Naked Honey from Urban Decay, and this would be more for my friends who want to stay in that safe kind of basic golden bronze color scheme, but you can do some really pretty looks with this palette that might be a little flashier than just your everyday neutral matte look or whatever. But I have done an all matte look with this. I've done some looks that really play off of the bright metallics in there. I have a full review on this palette, but I firmly believe that there is a crowd out there for this product because not everybody's looking to go off the beaten path and pull in plum and pull in green and all these different things. And this kind of gradient effect that's in here, as I said in my review video, makes blending very easy when you have certain shades that aren't too far off from the next one, and it makes it very easy to pull in the next color and incorporate it and really get a smooth, easy blend. And your looks may not be drastically different one day to the next, but that's not always everybody's goal and motivation for a palette, you know? So I'm not gonna talk too much on this because I do have that full review that I did very recently, but this is a fall pick for me and I'm gonna keep using it throughout the season for sure. And my third palette recommendation, this was rediscovered because of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, but the Lorac Pro 2 palette. So this one, I think this is a little something for my people who like the cool cooler looks. I'm not saying this is 100% free from any warmth, but it's got a great little variety in here. The other day I did kind of an interesting combination. I took the rosé color and I used the cool like charcoal and black paired with it. And I thought that was almost a little unlikely because you might think silver charcoal black or something like that, but you'll find some interesting combinations here. But the quality is just incredible with these Lorac palettes. I mean, it's been around for a while, but I love the pop of green in here. We've got kind of coppery brown, real easy mid-tone shades that I think are just so easy to pop on the lid and go, and you know, like that's your whole look. But the plum, the navy is amazing in here. That great charcoal and black. I think you're really well set up here to do some richer looks that might be a little more on the cool side. Also, this cool gray shade is actually amazing if you're trying to set up your look and kind of have an alternative to the warm brown. That's a great kind of started out crease color to prep yourself for some of these other rich tones. But I do see fall when I look at this, even though it's not, you know, blazing gold and some of the different colors that were in the ColourPop palette. It still really speaks to me as a nice rich way to kind of amp up your look without going quite so warm. Did anyone notice, by the way, I've got like pumpkin spice colored stripes in this shirt? I love this. I got this from the maternity section in Target, and I really like the sleeve, how it covers like half the arm. I like that. But moving on to lips, I'm going to be swatching these out on my hand, and I'm wearing a couple of them. But my first pick is the push-up lingerie from NYX. You guys know I've been loving these sticks, jumbo sticks that turn out to be a really long-wearing lip that would definitely rival a liquid lipstick. And this one has that kind of cooling, plumping feel, but the shade is Seduction. And I think this is, like, if I had to pick one fall shade, this is kind of it. It's that toasted nutty rose. Think of a rosy shade mixed with some neutral, mixed with maybe a little deep peach. I love that color, and I've got it on all over my lips today. But then for a little shine, I topped it off with what I think is a great fall gloss here from Milani, and it's the rosy bronze color in their Keep It Full line. These are so comparable to the Buxom lip polishes and also the lip creams. If you're a fan of those, I think you will love these and love the price too. But this rosy bronze shade, months ago when I did a Milani lip color try on, I was like gaga for this shade. But it's very pretty on its own. There is some sheerness to it, but it is named precisely what it is. It's bronze with a little bit of a rosy twist. Think of like a deepened rose gold or something. So I've got those two layered on my lips today, and I felt like the gloss almost lightened up the overall look a little bit. This would seem a little deeper worn on its own, just all matte like across the lips. Another thing that I really love, this Nude Sticks shade. It's again marketed kind of as a plumping product. It feels cooling. It smells exactly like Orbit's sweet mint gum for sure. But this is for people who want, I think, a little bit more reddish rust infused in their lip color. When I look at it, I think of the pumpkin spice type shade just with a little more red mixed in, and that's right here. So it does come off, as you can see, a little more sheer than what you see in the tube, but still plenty of color and really, really comfortable on the lips as well. So I adore that shade. If you're looking for something a little richer but still super appropriate for the season, this is so good. And then lastly, I feel like fall is a great time to introduce or reintroduce berry to your look. Some of us like me will throw on a berry at any point in the year, and I think it's totally appropriate. I mean, do what you want. If it's your colors, if it feels right to you, it doesn't matter what season you want to wear it in. But I think fall is a nice time to get some berry going. And one that is actually probably one of the strongest berries in my collection is the shade called Dusty Rose from Besame. Yes, I'm holding a mini here because frankly, like, I've been using it. I've used this mini to pieces and I still got a decent amount. It's a very pigmented, rich color. I'm pretty sure I had this on my lips when I was in labor with Biddy, I think it was. But there's that shade, and I love the depth. I love the rosiness, whereas everything else I've put on over here has this kind of toasty warmth. This is a little cooler and a definite berry shade. These Besame lipsticks, if you've never tried one, they are so long wearing. They recommend putting them on, blotting your lip, and then putting them on again, and you can do that with a lip brush and I think preserve even more of the product and get like a thinner application. But that berry is so beautiful, and I really wanted to choose that because it's not like too purple. It's really the kind of berry shade that I could see working on anyone. So I'm gonna actually pop this off right here. Let me bring my mirror back over. I gotta put it on for you. That's what I'm talking about. See, I mean, it even works with this eye look that I've got going on today. It's berry, it's rich, but it's not too vampy, and it's just super wearable. I love it. So guys, those are my top 10 picks for fall. I honestly, especially when I started thinking about eyeshadows, I thought I could probably do a top 10 eyeshadow palettes for fall. There's even more that I could think of that I like, but I think what's fun about these kinds of videos is it forces you to kind of edit down and whittle down the favorites to just a top few. So let me know what you think, what your fall picks would be, and also definitely check out Heather's channel. She's a real gem in this beauty community, and I hope you'll watch her video and subscribe and kind of look back through her library of videos and understand just what an angel, what a wonderful person she is. I really appreciate her here. So thank you again, everybody, for your time, and I will see you very soon. Bye.